Okay, hi Year 9. I want to talk to you briefly about your option choices that you've got coming up. I'm going to talk you through what the process is, what you need to do, and how you make your choices. So you've been thinking about options probably for a while. I know a few people have been asking me about options. What are options? They are the subjects that you pick during Year 9. You do them in Year 10 and 11 as a GCSE or a BTEC qualification, where you have a choice. You still have your core subjects, English, maths, science, that you have no choice about. But these are the subjects you have a choice about. And at Aldworth, you can pick 4 options. You have to pick 4 options, okay? And they're grouped together in what we call options blocks. So here we have, if you look on the screen, we've got option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. And you will have to pick a first choice and a reserve choice from each of those blocks. We're going to go through a process to help you choose, and then at the end of that process you will have emailed home a link, and you click on that link and you'll choose electronically. So this form here is just to guide you. So let's have a look through in more detail about what's going to happen and how you're going to know what to do. Okay, so here are the things that are coming up. So I'm talking to you now. This is the options assembly. On Monday, the 31st of January, you will get sent home the options booklet and a letter from myself with a link on. And when your parents or you click on that link, you'll see a presentation to you and your parents from Mr. Rice, the head, myself, the heads of English, Maths and Science, and a little talk from me about how to go through and choose and the details there. So that will be emailed home on Monday the 31st. And possibly the most crucial thing for you is it will have the options booklet in with details about all the different subjects and how they're assessed and what you do in them. Then on Wednesday the 2nd, between 6 o'clock and 7:15, you can come into school and you can talk to the subject teachers. Now that's only for the option subjects. You won't be able to come in and talk to English, Maths and Science. They're not options. These are drop-in sessions. There's not a big presentation. There's nothing flashy going on. The teachers will just be in their rooms between those times for you to drop in and question them if you so wish. Okay. There'll be prefects and maps in reception. But ideally, you'd come along as well, and you can show your parents where the different rooms are, and you can have a map as well, just to know where the different subjects are. Probably most of them you figure out anyway. Okay. Then Thursday the 3rd, you've got Year 9 Parents' Evening. Again, you can talk to teachers, talk to your tutor about your choices. And then the 10th of March, which is a fair old way away still, will be the deadline for your choices. You'll be sent a link after Parents' Evening that you just click on and you just go, there's my first choice, third choice, etc. for the different option blocks. Okay. And it's all building up to doing that last and getting that right. There are no prizes for picking quickly. In fact, you can't pick quickly because you won't have the link, but there's no prizes for doing it quickly. It just needs to be done by the deadline. Okay. So how do you make the right choice? You know, it's really important that you pick things for genuine reasons. Do you think the subject will be useful to you in your future career? Do some research. I've heard over the years, I've heard all sorts of odd ideas about what subjects you need to do different college courses and different careers, and they're so often wrong. So do your research. What are you thinking of doing, and what qualifications would be helpful for that? To give you a little clue, although the options are important, you probably can't pick too many things that will rule out a future career. Yeah, maybe if you want to go into languages, you'd pick a language. It'd be a probably problem if you didn't pick a language. But generally, for most jobs, you can't go too far wrong. So do your research and just maybe address a few of those worries you might have, that if I don't pick that, I can't do the other. Just check, because it's sometimes not as obvious as you think. Think what you'll do well in. This would be my biggest piece of advice, actually. The main thing that your options do for you is give you grades that you can use for college applications. So pick things you're going to get a decent grade in as best you can, and something you'll enjoy. You know, you have to do these subjects for the next 2 years, so pick the ones you enjoy. You've got 4 choices. You know, there'll be subjects on there that, yeah, definitely want to do that. That's no doubt. By the time you get to your 4th choice, they might be ones that, you know, you're okay with, but they aren't that aren't top of the list, but pick ones you think you'll enjoy. Do not pick because you like the teacher in year 9. There's no guarantee you get the same teacher. Absolutely not. Do not pick because your friends are picking it. I mean, that's happened before, and then people find they're in different classes, so they're in a subject they didn't really want to do, and they're in a different class to their friends. It just completely backfires. And don't pick it because you have a perception, a thought that it's easy. These are all, everything we offer is a level 2 qualification. Okay, they are all of a similar challenge. So just because you maybe found something easier in year 9 does not mean the GCSE in it is going to be easier. So we want those genuine reasons, and please don't pick for the teacher or because your friends are there, because that's not a good reason, and it could easily backfire. If you change your mind, that's a bit of an issue. Okay, now it's less of an issue if you change your mind during year 9. If you come, if your parents or you come to me in July and say, oh, I want to do history rather than geography, for example, I've just made that up. Okay, let's have a conversation about why that is, and we can look at that. I'd need a letter from your parents, as it says on the screen, but we can certainly look at that. When you start in year 10, then that's it. Okay, people coming running up to me in October and saying they want to change. The answer is sorry, no. Okay, so it's about getting it right. So it's not a rush. It's not a big rush process, but it is one to get right because it's your only shot at doing it. Okay, like I say, probably there's a little bit of wiggle room if you do change your mind before the summer holidays, but after the summer holidays, no. And also, there's a chance the one thing you might want to pick's been full by then. You don't know. So let's try and get it right the first time. So what can you do to make sure you get it right? Firstly, talk to your teachers. Okay, most of the subjects in the option block are subjects you will do at some point already, or often they'll be taught by teachers that you've already got already. Okay, a few exceptions to that, but generally talk to the teachers. There's nothing stopping you if you know that you have a teacher who teaches a certain subject that you don't see. You can go and find them. There's nothing stopping you going and seeing them at break or lunch. Okay, so you can go and ask. They'd be delighted actually if you did that. Find out more about the course and really how the course links to what you want to do next. And it might not. You might just fancy doing it. If you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go and do maths, physics, and chemistry A levels. Okay, that's maybe what you choose for your options is slightly less relevant to it than your maths, physics, and your chemistry. So then you're picking for getting a high grade and for enjoying it. So really do your research, and there's a few misconceptions out there about what you need to do different things, and generally you can find your way through it just by Googling and doing a bit of research and looking at BCon QMC's prospectuses are online. You can have a little look through what you think you might want to do next and see what you need to do it. Generally, it's about getting grade 5s and above rather than what subjects. Read the options booklet. It's all in there. What you do, how you're assessed, the whole lot is in there. You might not want to read it for every subject, but maybe narrow down between the ones that you feel you might want to do and make a choice from those. Options evening on the Wednesday, the 2nd, that's there for you to attend. You might feel that it's nailed on. You know exactly what you're doing. You don't want to come. That's up to you, but it's there as an opportunity if you do want to come, and a chance for your parents to talk to your teachers. It might be that you only want to see. You know for sure that you want to do 2 subjects, and there's 2 that you're not sure about, and it's about talking about those. So you can narrow it down. It's drop in. You go find a teacher, have a chat to them. Okay, talk to your tutor. Your tutor should know you well, and have an idea of whether you're a fit for different subjects and how you've gotten on, and maybe how you've done in year 7, 8, and 9 in those subjects. Okay, and really, I keep saying this: research your future options. Don't just think you can use common sense to know what you need to do different careers. It doesn't. You'd have thought you would be able to do, wouldn't you? It's not. It's not common sense. It's often different to what you might think. So check it out. Just do a bit of homework. Okay. So what's the process next? So Monday, the 31st of January, your parents will get emailed home the options book, or sent home the options book and a letter. That will have a link to a presentation that will have myself, Mr. Rice, the heads of English, Maths and Science, and your head of year, Miss Lester, talking your parents through this. It'd be good for you to watch it as well. 2nd of February, the school is open between 6 and 7:15. Come in, it doesn't have to be at 6. There's no formal start time. There's a formal end time, 7:15, because we want to go home, but there's no formal start time. You arrive, go to reception, sign in so we know who's here, and go to the areas that you are interested in going to. You know, that's a choice as to what you do there. Okay, then week beginning the 14th of Feb, we're going to have taster week. Okay, so we've asked your subject teachers and your curriculum leaders to plan a lesson in the GCSE subject they teach or BTEC subject they teach, to give you a taste of it, so you can see how, for instance, I don't know, make it up, how geography is different from Key Stage 3 to GCSE. You can see how maybe product design is different from Key Stage 3 to GCSE. You might not be exactly what you're expecting. I don't know. Okay. Then Thursday, the 3rd of March, you've got Year 9 Parents' Evening. Again, chance to talk, talk to people. And then the deadline for your choices is the 10th of March. Again, you'll be sent a link to fill them in online. Okay, don't come running up to me with a bit of paper. It doesn't work like that anymore. You used to, it's electronic now. Got to figure out how to actually do that, but that's how it'll be. You fill in the link and you'll have to make a first choice and a reserve choice. Okay, now, normally, most of the time, people will get their first choices. There is no guarantee of that. Okay, it's not first come, first served. It's just about making it all fit. When we go back, if I flip back through, these are the subjects in the different option blocks. Just get your head around the idea that these will be days of the week or times in the week. So option 1 might be Monday period 5 and 6, for example. We can't move the subjects between blocks. That's what I always get asked. Why can't I do business studies in option 1? Well, no, because there won't be a business studies teacher teaching a year 10 class at the time option 1's on. It doesn't work like that. So you have to make choices from each of these. It's not possible to do things in a, well, I can't move a subject to a different block just because a person wants that. It's not flexible like that. So you have to choose one. You have to have a reserve. The chances are you will get your first choice. If that's not possible, then you will be contacted and we'll have a conversation about that. You won't suddenly look at your timetable in September and realize that you've got a different subject to what you thought you were going to get. Okay, we will talk that through. You have to choose 4. Okay, so you might find a block where you're sort of thinking, well, none of my favorites are in there. You have to pick one. And however many times you say there is there's not one I want to do in a particular block, you have to pick one. So just get your head around that. There's a good variety in each one. So have a real think through what you want to do. Give it a balance. Okay, have a theme, think through what sort of thing you want to do in the future, how these different subjects fit. You want to pick subjects you're going to do well in, you want to pick subjects you like, but a balance between academic-y subjects and maybe some vocational subjects is an idea for some people. Have a think through that. Okay, thank you for listening, and good luck picking your options, and we will talk some more, no doubt. Okay, thank you.